Dr. Kirby Clements. I'm here with Carla Williams, and Carla has some wonderful information that gives the answer to probably some questions that are perplexing to all of us. Regardless of whether you're young or old, you have to deal with these issues. And that has to do with, I think, with insurance and with Medicare, Medicaid, those kind of things. And so we're going to talk about that today. Probably going to do a couple of sessions here, and I'm just going to pose some questions. But I want you, Carla, tell me what is the major controversy surrounding this, or if there is one, basically.
Well, I don't know that there's necessarily a major controversy around Medicare, which is what we're going to be talking about today. But I think the biggest issue is that people really don't understand Medicare. Okay. Everyone's heard of it and they have an idea about what it is, but they really don't understand all of the pieces of it, or how to even think about what might be the best plan for them.
Well, tell us at the beginning, what is Medicare?
Well, Medicare is actually a health insurance program that is sponsored by the federal government, and it's targeted for people who are over the age of 65, or 65 and older, I should say. But a lot of people don't realize also that Medicare also serves people who are disabled, who may be under 65. So depending on the disability, they may be able to apply for Medicare also.
Well, who pays for Medicare?
Well, generally we do, and that happens more than likely through payroll deduction. So, when we're on jobs, we've all seen that Medicare deduction. And so that's the beginning of that whole process where we're paying for our Medicare. So if you've been paying into Medicare for at least 10 quarters, generally you will be eligible when you turn 65.
Well, so after you retire, what are we paying for after we retire?
Yeah, well, after you retire, first of all, there are two parts to Medicare that you will get. One is Part A, and you don't pay anything for Part A. That's basically paid for. However, Part B is something that you do end up paying a small premium into. You're not paying the entire premium, but you do pay something into Medicare Part B. One
of the major questions that we all have, I know some of my patients when I come to see them, is that when am I eligible? What's the eligibility?
Sure, yeah. Well, you're generally eligible when you turn 65. Again, what a lot of people don't realize is that you have a 7-month period to sign up for Medicare. So that includes the 3 months before you turn 65, the month in which you turn 65, and then the 3 months after. So that's called your initial enrollment period. You're eligible to sign up then. If you miss that for some reason, or you decide not to sign up then, you can sign up when the open enrollment period comes around toward the end of the year.
Now, what if a person's not retired yet?
Right.
Okay, what is that challenge?
Yeah, well, if you're not retired and you actually have medical coverage on the job, then you can keep that coverage. You don't have to start taking Medicare coverage at that point. So you can make a decision to go ahead and keep that. If you decide that you want to drop your coverage on the job and move to Medicare, you just need to be aware that you can't change back. So, sometimes maybe you find that you might have a better plan if you do the Medicare plan, but you won't be able to change back to your employer's coverage.
Now, you mentioned the term open enrollment. What exactly is that now?
Yeah, open enrollment is that period toward the end of the year where you can sign up for Medicare if you missed that initial enrollment opportunity, or if you already have Medicare, you can actually make a decision to change plans at that point. So you can change plans during open enrollment. And generally, open enrollment takes place between October 15th and December 7th each year.
Oh, so you can change.
Yes.
So that's not a big issue there.
Right.
Okay. Are there other social enrollment plans, other social enrollment periods? Yeah, actually, yes. There are several special enrollment periods, and one of them might be, let's say, if you were to move out of the coverage area. In other words, you have a plan and you're in DeKalb County in Georgia, and that plan is available there, but you move to Alabama. And maybe that plan is no longer available there. Then you get what's called a special enrollment period. So you don't have to wait until open enrollment to change to a plan that's available in your area. So that's a good example. There are other types of special enrollment periods too. In fact, let's say if you're disabled if you have, let's say, what's called extra help through Social Security, then you can make a decision to change plan anytime during the year.
Okay. Penalties. Well, nobody wants to talk about penalties. What is football or anything here? What are some of the penalties? What are some of the things that contribute to penalties?
Right. Okay. Well, the first thing is if you're eligible to sign up for Medicare Part A and B, and you choose not to sign up for Part B, at that point, and you're not under an employer's plan or some other particular special plan, then you can be penalized when you do sign up. Okay. So so you don't want to skip signing up for Part B if you're eligible and if you have no other coverage.
Okay. I guess the folk out there want to know, where can we get more information about this?
Well, you can get information from Medicare.gov. That's a really good place to get information. You can also go to your Social Security office. Okay. And they can sign you up. They can give you a lot of information about Medicare. So those are probably two of the best locations.
This makes me happy. It answers a whole lot of questions. And being 65, Medicare and Medicaid become good friends. Well, this is something we want to do for a long time, Sister Carla, and talk about some of these policies and things that helps people. And if they wanted more information, could they contact you? I mean, with the Okay, how would they do that?
Yes. Well, let's see. Probably the best thing is to just contact me through Carla #4 Insurance. Okay. So Carla4Insurance at gmail.com.
Okay. Well, you've got a world of information here. I promise you, right here, and you didn't have to leave your state or your home or anything else, and you learned what to do when you didn't sign up for Plan B, okay? This is Dr. Kirby Clements with Carla Williams, and we've been talking to you about something that affects us all. We'll see you again shortly.